What's up, movie lovers? Back with another one. And I got some stuff written down here on the clipboard. And you know it's the clipboard because it says the clipboard. Yeah, previously only my Patreons have seen the clipboard. But now you have been exposed to it as well. But let's just get into the movie reviews. We're going to stick with the formula. Going to go over a few movies that I've watched. And then we're going to get into the new Blu-ray pickups. But yeah, right off the bat, man, I just got done watching Rush. This is a kick-ass, awesome movie. Wow. I haven't seen this in a while, but I mean, in my opinion, this is almost like a perfect movie. It has everything. It has drama, it has action, excitement, emotion, everything. Yeah, originally I had just stuck this DVD in to see if it would play or not. Because, like I said, I had bought it once before. Like, I had bought this original one right here with the slipcover and everything. However, this was missing the DVD. And that was really bothering me. So instead of just buying the DVD and adding it to the set to complete the set, I just went ahead and I bought it again because it was cheap. However, this was like the Canadian version. So I just popped it in my player to see if it worked or not. And I ended up sitting there watching the whole thing. I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom. For like the last hour of that movie, I was about ready to pee my pants, but I couldn't stop watching it. It was so good. And it's like I've already seen it. I already knew what happened, and I was still on the edge of my seat. In my opinion, this is the best racing movie I've ever seen. Granted, I haven't watched Ford versus Ferrari yet. I got that in the collection. I haven't watched it yet. So, my opinion might change after I watch that because I heard it's really good. But as of right now, this is the best racing movie that I've ever seen. I mean, man, this is amazing. Great acting, great characters. Just everything about it is just top notch. And it's a Ron Howard film, so you'd expect it to be good. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen this movie, Rush, I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Wow. Just amazing. So good. The final race scene is so epic. And you think that's going to be the end of the movie, but then they have one last scene where the two drivers get together and they talk. And I mean, it's just so good. Start to finish, it's just so good. It's so entertaining. I love it. I'm so glad I got that in the collection. And honestly, I'm thinking about finding the DVD, the American DVD, and then completing that other set. I'll have two sets of that. It's such a good movie. I'll have the Canadian version as well. Because yeah, when I put that in, like the menu and everything was in French as well. So that kind of bothers me. I don't want French on my menus. So I might just pick up the DVD of that to complete my American set. I see it right now on Vinted. They got it for like $2.85 in total and everything. Probably cost me like $2.95. But, I might wait and see if it comes around for $1. Because I feel like that is one I can find for $1 on DVD. But yeah, the reason why I put that in is because last night I went to watch Sanctum, and this would not play. This would not play on either of my Blu-ray players. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I mean, I cleaned the disc. There's not a mark on the disc. It's totally perfect. So I don't know what the problem is and why this wouldn't play, but it really bummed me out. I wanted to see some cool cave scenes. But no, it wouldn't play. So I am making further arrangements to get a copy that will play. Because now it's like it's on. Like, I am going to get this movie and I'm going to watch it come hell or high water. But yeah, speaking about getting movies, there's this one that came out by Uwe Boll. Uwe Boll, I'm not sure how you say his name, but it's called Citizen Vigilante. And I guess this thing is being banned all throughout Europe and in Germany. Everybody's calling it like a Nazi movie and stuff like that because it's about this vigilante that goes out and, I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I guess he kills an immigrant family at the end who was promoting rape and that whole rape culture. Yeah, I guess he kills the family or somebody at the end. And yeah, you just can't have that. You can't have that. So I kind of want to get this movie on Blu-ray just to have it. Just because I feel like it's going to be one of those that's going to be worth money. However, when I went to the website that's selling it, they're only printing 777 copies of the Blu-ray, and it's like $45. So I was like, ooh, do I really want to drop $45 on a movie that, who knows if it's even going to be good or not, just for the fact of having it? So I went ahead and I held off. I probably won't get it now that I think about it, but I think it would be one that would be kind of cool to have. Yeah, it's called Citizen Vigilante. And like I said, any movie that's getting banned because people are butthurt about it sounds like a good one to get to me. I mean, just think about it. If it was a woman going around killing white men who were raping girls, I'm sure it would be critically acclaimed. Everybody would love it. But no, since it's a white guy killing immigrants, illegal aliens, you can't have that. Can't have that. So yeah, the more I talk about it out loud, the more I kind of want to get it. But let's move on to the next two movies that I have to review here. I watched, instead of Sanctum last night, I watched Dumb and Dumber 2. And like I said, I saw this when it very first came out to rent back in like 2015 when I had my knee surgery, just as something to sit there and watch. And I didn't enjoy it back then. But I was thinking maybe that's because I was sitting there bummed out about my knee. Maybe it just wasn't enjoyable. Maybe I wasn't enjoying anything. But I went ahead and I watched it again, and it's just not that good. I mean, there are some funny parts in there, but I just feel like Jim Carrey's just trying too hard. He's like overacting his character. Jeff Daniels seems about the same, but yeah, Jim Carrey just seemed like he was pushing it a little too much. It's funny though. I mean, there are some funny parts. I mean, it is safe to call those two guys Dumb and Dumber because they're not that smart. It's almost like they're even dumber in this one than they are in the original movie. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it's like mediocre at best. It's just, it's nothing like the original. They could not recapture the magic of the original. The original is one of the best comedies of all time. So many quotable lines in there. So many memorable scenes. But yeah, that one just wasn't hitting. I mean, in my opinion, that Dumb and Dumber 2 is as good as When Harry Met Lloyd. Like that one where they have the other actors playing, Lloyd and Harry when they were younger and how they met. Like that's about as good as that one. So, yeah, so it just wasn't that great. Being a huge Dumb and Dumber fan, second time around watching it, I was a little let down. But let's move on to the third movie here to review. And I actually watched this one this morning. The Rock in Skyscraper. I had no idea what this was about. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know anything about it. Nothing other than it had The Rock and it has this cool picture on the cover where he's hanging off this building with one arm. I mean, this was a well done movie. You can tell they put a lot of money into it. It seemed like it was, like I said, well made. But whoever wrote this movie has no conception of reality whatsoever. No conception of reality. There was so much stuff in this that just couldn't happen in real life. It's unbelievable. I mean, I realize it's a movie. You're like, dude, it's a movie. It's not supposed to be, you're supposed to suspend your disbelief for the couple hours to watch it. I get it, but some of the stuff in there was just ridiculous. I mean, first of all, spoiler alerts, The Rock is missing his left leg. He's missing his left leg from like the knee down in this accident. They show at the beginning how he loses his leg. But anyways, he's got this prosthetic leg. And when he's fighting this one guy at the beginning, the guy actually just like rips his leg off in the fight. Rips his prosthetic leg off in the fight. But then later on in the movie, he's got a rope tied to his prosthetic leg. And he's like falling down the side of the building. He's free falling through the air. And the rope catches him and holds him up. His leg didn't pop off then. It popped off in a fight, but it didn't pop off when it went to, carry his whole weight upside down, hanging from a building. It stayed on just fine for that. I mean, just stuff like that. I was like, come on, man. Not to mention it was one of those girl power movies. One of the villains is like this, I'm not kidding, she probably weighs like 86 pounds soaking wet with boots on. This little tiny little Asian girl. And in one scene, she like beats up these two like full grown men, like 6 foot men, 200 pounds, just like throwing them around, flipping them over her shoulder. It's like, come on, man. That could never happen. I don't care what kind of technique you have and what kind of, Krav Maga self-defense courses you took. You could never throw a big old dude around like that. It's never going to happen, especially like a hitman, hired mercenary type guy that is adept at fighting. You're not going to, and two of them at the same time, you're going to beat up two of them at the same time. It was just so ridiculous, man. She had that look on her face like, oh, I'm just such a badass. I'm like, where'd they get you from? One of the John Wick movies? Shut up. Get out of here. And then The Rock's wife, Neve Campbell, she's getting a little old. Didn't quite look as good as she did back 20 years ago. But anyway, she was his wife, and she's like a military surgeon or something like that. She's the one that like saved him at the beginning when he had his accident and he lost his leg. That's how they met. But in one scene, she beats up this rich guy. It's like the Asian Elon Musk, and he has these, bodyguards and stuff. It's the head bodyguard, and she beats his ass. Like, dude, you're a freaking doctor, and you're beating up the head of this guy's security? And he's got a gun. He even had a gun at one point. Then he had a knife. And she disarmed him both times. And it's like flipping him over her shoulder, doing all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, get out of here with this crap. God, I hate when they put that crap into movies. And it seems like it's only in like the newer movies, like from the past like 10 years or so, like 2016 on. They really put too much garbage like that into movies. It's like, that's just could never happen. That dude would have beat her ass. Are you kidding? She stabs him in the leg with her little surgical scissors and then like flips him over her shoulder and does all this stuff. And it's like, oh my God, it's just so, it just takes you out of the movie when you see crap like that. It's like, that would never happen. Ever. Did you see the fight they had with like China from WWE where she fought that like Danny Bonaducci, fat old white guy, and he basically beat the shit out of her in a boxing match? Okay, there's a difference between men and women. There's a physiological difference. And no matter what you put into movies, you're not going to change that. It's so ridiculous, man. Throughout the whole movie, this big skyscraper that they were in was like burning and on fire. And it's amazing because the thing didn't implode on itself and crash to the ground at over free fall speed. I was told on 9/11 when a building catches fire, I don't care if it's made out of steel and concrete or not, the building implodes and collapses in on itself. Oh, that doesn't really happen? I swear to God, that's about the only thing that this movie got correct when it comes to physics. Is because, yeah, buildings don't just collapse in on themselves like that. Maybe if they get blown up, they do, but not when they're just on fire. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, that's all I've got for the daily movie reviews. Let's go ahead and retire the clipboard for right now. And let's get into the new additions. Speaking of The Rock and cheesy movies that aren't realistic, I got another one, Rampage. And I believe I picked this up because it was like dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. And I figured, what the heck? Let's give it a watch. Sometimes I like these goofy movies. They're entertaining. And The Rock is always good. I've never really seen The Rock turn in a bad performance. He's just got that it factor. He's fun to watch. So, like I said, The Rock made me get it. If that would have had anybody else in it, I probably would have passed. But I do like The Rock. And I really didn't like him that much back in the wrestling days. I mean, I thought he gave good promos and stuff. He was always hilarious. But as far as like his wrestling and stuff, I really wasn't a big fan of him when it actually came down to wrestling. I didn't think his matches were all that exciting. I remember my friends and I, we went to it was either a Raw or a SmackDown. I can't remember because I was so drunk and stoned. I really don't remember, but I do remember the main event had The Rock in it and we just left. We were just like, yeah, we don't even care if we see this. So we just left. But I almost got kicked out of that for swinging my shirt around. I had taken my shirt off and I was swinging it around, and I guess I kept whipping the girl in front of me. She had like a shaved head, looked like some lesbian, and I was like, lesbian in front of me, wha bam bam, and I just kept whipping her in the head with it. Like I said, I was super drunk. I think we drank like a whole thing of Captain before we even walked in the door. We were all at the car just taking shots. That probably wasn't one of my best moments. I was acting like a complete asshole. I will admit it. I will admit it. I probably shouldn't have been swinging my shirt around, hitting people in the head with it. That's not cool. That's not, I wouldn't do that nowadays. I wouldn't even go to a WWE show nowadays. Like, who cares? But let's move on to the next movie here. This is a double disc feature. We've got the Clint Eastwood 2-pack, Firefox and Heartbreak Ridge. Heartbreak Ridge is actually an upgrade. I had that on DVD. But I haven't seen Firefox in a long time. I mean, this is like early 80s. I remember he gets that like some kind of prototype airplane or something, spy plane or something like that, and he's flying it around. So yeah, that's going to be a fun one to watch again. Haven't seen that in probably like 40 years. I remember watching it as a real little kid with my dad. Like he had got a copy of it somehow, or it was on HBO or something, and we watched it. But I don't remember anything about that movie, so that's going to be pretty cool. And then Heartbreak Ridge, I talked about that in one of my Snapcase DVD videos. I talked about Heartbreak Ridge, but yeah, he's just like Mr. Gung Ho, Mr. American Gung Ho. He's by the books, does everything by the numbers, and he gets put in charge of this rowdy little platoon of characters and stuff. And it's good. Like I said, at the beginning, they hate him, but by the end, they love him because he turns them all into men. And speaking of military themed movies, we've got U-571 and the Clint Eastwood 2-pack. This one and the next two movies I have to go over all came within this Blu-ray bundle that the person was selling for real cheap. I think it was like $5 or $6 for all four of these movies. Actually, five movies if you count the other one as two. But yeah, U-571, this is also an upgrade. I had owned this on DVD previously. Haven't seen this in a long time. I couldn't tell you anything about it. I don't remember it whatsoever. So I'm going to have to watch that again one of these days. And the next one here, Randy Orton in 12 Rounds Part 2. Like I said, this was just in the bundle. I really wanted it because of the Firefox movie. That was the main reason why I wanted to get the bundle. And I just figured the rest of these were bonuses. I also wanted to get U-571 again. But this is one I really don't care about. 12 Rounds Part 2 Reloaded. The first one has John Cena in it, I believe. This one has Randy Orton. So we got more WWE superstars in movies. And I went ahead and I ordered 12 Rounds Part 1 just to have both of them. It was dirt cheap. So that's going to be coming here soon. But yeah, I have no idea what that's about. I just know it's an action movie. And it should be hopefully entertaining. And then the last movie in that 4-disc bundle is Liam Neeson in Unknown. Again, not seen this. Couldn't tell you anything about it. Have no idea. But I like Liam Neeson. I think he's pretty good in everything that he's in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that. I love watching these kind of movies where I don't know anything about them and I have no expectations. I really enjoy just watching a new movie. I think it's great. So that's going to be a fun one to watch as well. Moving on to the next group here, and I think this was a 3-disc bundle. But starting off, we've got Gods and Generals Extended Director's Cut, starring Jeff Daniels, Stephen Lang, and Robert Duvall. And Stephen Lang is the guy that's in Sisu Part 2, Road to Revenge. I believe that's Stephen Lang in that movie as well, and he plays that crazy Russian sent out to kill the old guy, Sisu, who gets the Sisu. I don't even know his name. I couldn't tell you. Some Finnish name. But yeah, Stephen Lang, he's good. So yeah, this has got excellent actors in it. Jeff Daniels goes from Dumb and Dumber to Gods and Generals. But I haven't seen this either. I just know it's a war movie. And I enjoy watching war movies every now and then. So I'm getting quite a healthy collection of war movies in my Blu-ray collection. Got quite a bit. And here's another one, Total Blind Buy. I just got it because I think this was like under $2. But Joseph Fiennes in Risen, another Jesus movie. Yeah, it says the best film about the life of Jesus since the Passion of the Christ. I don't know. Did they not see Son of God? I thought Son of God was pretty good. So I will be excited to watch this. And honestly, this movie came pretty beat up. This is not the best Blu-ray in terms of quality. It's kind of munged up on the bottom, but it is what it is. I've already went ahead and replaced the Blu-ray case. Gave it a nice crispy case there. But it should play just fine. And you never know. This might be surprisingly good. I have no idea. We're going to give it a chance, though, one of these days. And then the last movie in the 3-disc bundle is Tom Cruise in Jack Reacher. And this is the Blu-ray DVD combo set. Yeah, like I said, totally unopened. Brand spanking new. I love it. When I can get a brand new movie for super cheap, I'm going to grab it up. But yeah, I've seen this before. I think Tom Cruise does a great job. And then there's also a sequel to this that I went ahead and I ordered it. So it should be arriving any day now. And I will have the Jack Reacher complete collection of both movies. But yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to watching that. Like I said, I've seen this before, right when it came out originally. I thought it was pretty dang good. Thought it was pretty good. Definitely better than Night and Day with Cameron Diaz. Yeah, I think Jack Reacher is superior in pretty much all aspects to Night and Day. Moving on, we've got 2 left here. Army of Darkness, the Screwhead edition. And this was also cheap. I got this for just a few bucks, so I was happy to pick it up. I'm gonna have to get the other, Evil Dead movies now. However, I'm not getting that remake from a few years ago, the one that was just entitled Evil Dead, that really did not resemble the original Evil Dead movies whatsoever, other than having the same name. It made me so mad. I was like, why? Where do you get off calling this Evil Dead? This is not like any of the other Evil Dead movies. If you had called this something else, I probably would have enjoyed it. But since I was expecting it to be like Evil Dead, and it wasn't, I thoroughly disliked it. So I will not be getting that. But if I can get Evil Dead 1 and 2, the originals, I'll pick them up. But yeah, Army of Darkness, Bruce Campbell, hilarious. And this is a good copy too. I mean, the disc is in great condition. No scratches. I already gave it a new Blu-ray case just to spruce it up, make it look fancy. But yeah, this is a classic. This is a classic movie. Great movie. And then last on the list, we've got Drag Me to Hell with Justin Long. And this is also another Sam Raimi movie, just like Army of Darkness. But yeah, this slipcover is a little dinged up right there in the corner, but it's not a big deal. The case and the discs are just fine. And this is, again, another DVD Blu-ray combo. And I enjoy this movie. I think it's funny. There's just some good comedy in it that made me laugh. I mean, it's not a comedy by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just got some funny little additions to it. I would say mainly it's a horror movie, but it's just, it has fun with it. It has fun with it, and I like those movies that don't take themselves too seriously sometimes. They're just fun to watch. So yeah, I do like Drag Me to Hell. And the ending of this is great too. I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't seen it, but it's funny. The ending is just like, it's just so good. It's the way it should be. And it's the way I wish more movies would be. Just the way it ended. I like it. But yeah, cool movie. It's got both versions here, the unrated and the theatrical. So one of these days, I'm going to have to give that a rewatch. I think I just watched it not too long ago on DVD. I have a copy of it on DVD. But when I saw it for just a few bucks on Blu-ray, I had to grab it up. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, y'all, peace.